So, chapter 2 is about broken arrows. And I mean, I grew up in a loving and supporting environment. I always had you and mom. But through the ministry and just going through school, I know that a lot of people weren't raised that way and weren't as blessed as I was to have you all. So I wonder, what made you dedicate this chapter to children of abuse and or broken arrows, as you call them?
Well, first of all, let's deal with the arrow concept. The Bible says that children are to a mighty man what arrows are in his quiver. And arrows have to be aimed at something. And in order to be effective, children have to be pointed toward a goal or a target. And I call the chapter Broken Arrows to say that some children were broken, not aimed. And how do you recover when life breaks you in a moment of innocence at an early stage, if it wounds you emotionally or mentally or physically? Over the 35 years of my ministry, I've seen both adults and young people, adults talking about their childhood and young people right in the throes of it, saying there are things that happened to me when I was 10 that are affecting me at 30. I wanted to leave a template, first of all, to address those issues because we have a God whose grace is retroactive. The Bible says he is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. So he can speak a word today that goes back into the yesterday and repairs the broken place in your life so that you can still be aimed again. And the second half of your life can be better than the first half of your life.
I think it's interesting because when I got up at Woman Thou Art Loosed and spoke about my pregnancy, a lot of people told me, you know, this is my story. I got pregnant at the age of 14 too, and they're like 50 years old telling me like I'm still dealing with it. So I think it's true that you say sometimes things can happen to you as a child that you don't necessarily recover from for years and years to come.
It's that, it's sexual abuse, it's physical abuse, and something that is obscure. Abuse is obvious, neglect is invisible. And many women suffer not because they've been abused or they've gotten pregnant or they've gotten on drugs or things like that. Sometimes they were just neglected, just left alone to figure it out by themselves, never nurtured properly. And whether you're talking about this plant being neglected or the house being neglected or anything that's neglected, is going to suffer from that. But God cares and can be touched by the feeling of our infirmities, our personal pain DNA. He can go in that and rearrange it and fix it and heal it. And I thought it was important to say that and to leave some template because I've been broken myself and I had my own scars and I've been through my own trials early in life, and I was a living witness that God can fix and heal and mend any broken place, even if it's a broken place in your past.
Well, this book is going to help me because I have two children, of course, Mackenzie and Malachi, and I want to make sure that they are aimed properly. And so thank you for writing this chapter. I know it's going to help me.
I'm glad about it.